Ladies, you scared me. I know I had set it for 12:30. It is 12:30. It is for 12:30, but I just happened to start the screen earlier, and I saw that there are people here already. I was still in the process of conditioning stuff. So if there's stuff that I'll have to go get, it's not me. Anyway, so I don't know how the weather is where you are, but here it is horrible, and it's going to be horrible for 2 more days after this. But today it's not just cold, it is also windy with a pretty bad wind chill. We have the temperature is 24 Fahrenheit and the wind chill is 8. So at least here in central Oklahoma we are not getting precipitations, but I know that northern Oklahoma is getting snow and things. So yeah, and then tomorrow, let me show you the thing. So tonight is supposed to be 15. Tomorrow the high is 30. Tomorrow night 15. Tuesday high is 31. Tuesday night 16. Wednesday high 31. Wednesday night 22. And Thursday finally 38. So actually it's not, it's 3 days after this. Initially it wasn't supposed to be. It was supposed to be only Monday and Tuesday. But yeah, it is cold. I need to get out and check my back porch to see if the little cat shelters I have there haven't been blown out by the wind. They are a little sheltered because it's like it's the house is like this with a notch, and the porch is between the notch and the end of the house. But the wind, it's like there's the laundry room is an addition, okay, and that is from where the wind is blowing. So what's on the porch, at least the part that's towards the laundry room, is more sheltered from the wind than anything else. Yeah, my things are not yet. We'll see Tuesday. There's a hearing, and we'll see after that how it works. Because I got everything streamlined to. I got the loan, I got everything. And now he's starting to assert that no, he wants me to pay his attorney too. Well, no, that's not going to happen. If I have to find a foster care for Seamus, I'm not going to kill myself, because I only have so much. I mean, it's still less than $1,000 a month I live on. If I get a loan for the house, I can still make it. But to get an extra loan to pay his attorney when he could have fixed all this situation, could have been solved 8 years ago, that's not going to work. Not just 8 years ago, 9 years ago, 10 years ago. But he just disappeared for 8 years, and now he comes and wants everything when he didn't even pay his share of property taxes. Anyway, let's get past my woes. I was thinking of using this cutter. This is the Scalpy cutter, because it's a little bit more unusual. My only issue with, how Scalpy came up with 4 different cutters that are a little bit more unusual, and I was glad that they did that, because pretty much all the other cutters on the market it doesn't matter where you buy them, they are pretty much all the same. I mean, you have the teardrop that might be skinnier or fatter, you have the round, you have the oval, you have the square, you have the diamond, you have the horseshoe, and you have that long triangle, and then you have the rounded corners triangle. And I mean, even the 3D printed cutters that in the beginning they were better, because they were newer and not everybody had them. Now everybody makes exactly the same shapes. So it's very hard to find something that's a little bit more unusual and newer. And I really liked that Scalpi came up with those 4 shapes, but there's a problem with those. Number one, they made them very small. And I mean, look at how tiny the smallest one is. Yeah, you might use it in 1 or 2 things, but the other issue is, well, if you want to make earrings, you have to use the blunt part. They didn't make a symmetrical pair, and neither did they with the other shape that came out with this. If you don't know the shape, hi Lianka, and I didn't even say hi to everybody. Hi Wanda, hi Chris, hi Sharon. So let me get the other shapes. Give me just a second. They're even hard to grab. Okay, so these are the other shapes that they came up with. Don't get me wrong, especially this one and this one are awesome, especially for faux gemstones, for imitation gemstones, because most of the gemstones are not in a very clearly designed cabochon. I mean, yeah, you might find ovals and stuff, but most of the more expensive and sought after gemstones, they are not in one of those designs. So yeah, if they would have come up with just one more size bigger and with the symmetrical one, it would have been so much better. But at least, at least they did listen and they did come up with something more original. Because otherwise, let me see, actually, I'm not even sure if they still have them. Let me go on their website and get over cutters. They started doing also the 3D ones. Yes, they still have them. There's one more in my, hold on, let me get the display on. There's one more in my drawer, but I didn't want to spend too much time, so you can find them here. So this is the irregular rectangle, irregular oval, and they don't have the heart-shaped. Well, let's see if Polyclay has them. Actually, let me first check the cutters, and she doesn't have them by, or she does. They are not by brand. And remember these biscuit cutters, if you want to make boxes, jewelry boxes, they are the best. Let's go backwards, because maybe Scalpy is more in the back. No. This one is great, and I am working on something with a wolf stamp. But I'm still trying to find. Maybe it would be an eye irregular. Let's get past it a little bit. Yeah, of course I went too much past. Went into that G. I guess she doesn't have them anymore either. Huh. Let's see in my Amazon influencer store. If there are there, because I'm looking especially for these heart cutters. So many sections, even I get lost in it. Extruders and dies. Where? Oh, there we go. Cutters. Yeah, they are. But still, the heart is not there. Well, you can do this with the regular heart cutters. You know. So let's just get to it. Okay. That's fine, Wanda, don't worry. Okay, so I have here the Cayenne, the alizarin crimson, and the black that I'm going to try and do a mokumegane with. So, and the base will be the red. Okay, so that is a definite yes. So the red is on the thicker setting on the pasta machine. Remember, depending on how you set your the thickness of your layers, depends on how the mokumegane will look like. And actually, I'm going to do a demonstration on that. So I'm going to get these first on 5 on the pasta machine, the black and the alizarin crimson. And let's get this one. And then, so red, black, alizarin crimson. Now, if you want to use, this will work also beautiful with, if you want to use like Cernit with the respective pearlescent colors, that will be fine too. Okay, so we got this. And then I'm going to go to the thinnest setting on the pasta machine for the second type. Alrighty, so black. My worst thing about winter is, about summer too, but summer not so much, is the fact that this is a very old house, as I said before, I guess. The thing is that my bathroom does not have heating or cooling, doesn't have the vent, so I have to make do with a heater, and then in summer with a fan. In summer it's okay because I just turn the fan on, but in winter, whenever I need to use the bathroom, I need to go first 5 minutes ahead of time and heat it up. Okay, so now I'm going to go with each of them through the thickest setting on the pasta machine, and I'm going to go like this. And then we cut and stack. So basically you can put the black and the alizarin crimson in any configuration, but it all depends on what you want to be your top, the very top. Okay, we go again through the pasta machine on the thicker setting. And yes, I went in length this time. And then one more time, and then I'm going to go like this, the opposite way. And it should be enough. We'll have to measure them. Okay, so to figure out if you got enough, you just grab one of the edges and you look how thin are the layers. And you want them to be about, where's my eyeglasses? So these still has layers that are about half of a millimeter. So let me do it this way. I am going to, this was my thinnest, I am going to go with these one more time through the machine and not go with these one more time through the machine. So we can see the difference. Okay, so I'm going first to use the smallest one, and of course it got stuck in. I don't want to put any armor or anything else because I don't want to. Glad you made it, Elaine. I don't want it to interfere in any way with my Moku Megane. So any little thing that I have from the toothpick will be just more Moku Megane effect. So all is good. But yeah, I'm going to focus a little bit in January on, that is the plan, in January to focus on hearts. And then in February, not so much on hearts, but on more spring stuff. Because to me, for a lot of people, January is the most dreary month of the year. For me, it's February, not January, because in January you already know there's going to still be quite a bit of winter, and you know you have to, and it's right after the holiday. There's still a little bit of overflow from the holidays. And I guess it also depends where you live, because where I live in Oklahoma, February generally is the nastiest of all the winter months. January can be too, but February is usually the nastiest. I mean, it can bring both ice storms and tornadoes. So, okay, and then let's do the last one. Yes, I'm going to do the last one because I'm going to gently consolidate a little bit. So that's why I think in February, if we do more spring type stuff, it's going to bring more joy to our souls. So yeah, it's a little bit hard with everything going on. Let me get them off. Happy New Year to you too. I didn't start with Happy New Year because we had the New Year thing. Remember? Actually, I'm going to cut these in two so I can focus on each and every one of them. And I'm turning it upside down also to get more different directions if you want. All that you're interested in is that the final will be long enough to be for the cutter. So again, this is valid also for regular heart cutters if you do not have this one, didn't manage to get it. Okay, so this would be the longest part of the whole thing. Can you do it with other colors? Absolutely, but what I wanted to do here is that is a good analogy, Elaine. What I want to do here is something that's not, you know, the beaten road, because everybody does pink and stuff. And by the way, if you look in the tutorials I've uploaded in the last few months, there is one, and I am sure that I got it for subscribers, not just for members. Yes, it is for subscribers. It's called Opaline Hearts. Let me share the link. That makes a beautiful opals eye, and you can also make it with some abalone or mother of pearl. And as for mother of pearl, if you look in my playlists, in the 4 gemstones, there are actually 2 tutorials that are practically the same, but one is done with Primo and one is done with Pardo. And you can use the Cernit as well for those. And I do recommend that you use Pardo or Cernit, but the best, in my opinion, the best is the Pardo to use for mother of pearl, because it has such tiny, the grains of mica are so tiny that you don't get that, you know how in Primo you can still see the mica grains, the way that you could see in the old type Cernit when it didn't come up yet with the new metallics and pearlescence. But yeah, you can do, because one of those opaline hearts is got an actual effect of cat's eye opal, and the other one is more mother of pearlish. And in that tutorial I show how to do both. I don't have any of them to show you because they went with some of my D-stashes. And by the way, before I forget to tell you, yes, the appraisal on my house was done, and I was able to do enough that it came up to the required amount for me to be able to get a loan. So that was a good thing. Okay, now before I do anything else, I'm going to see, I have all these little remnants all over the place, and I'm going to grab me a piece of paper wax to put my cuts on. Yeah, all my cats are on the bed. Actually, I'm not sure about Finnegan. He might be on the cat thing. No, he's in bed too. And I betcha that Seamus is under the covers. He's the only one that needs to get under the covers. Okay. So, as always, I will use Armor All to go on my blade. Let me get my screen again. So, on the blade, not on the clay. And you will need to wipe if you're new to my channel. I'm saying this all the time just because there might be people who are new to the clay world. If you don't, number one, you can get these beautiful blades. It's actually an 8-inch one and the 4-inch ones. The 8-inch they come in for under $5 on Polyclay Play. Please use my affiliate link. And this one is perfect for mica shift technique and for mokumegane, and this one is beautiful for cutting canes, and you get both of them for that low of a price. And they are the thinnest and sharpest blades I've ever encountered, and trust me, I went through quite a number of blades in my life. Okay, so try to get kind of defined slices. Don't, you know how in mokumegane we usually get bits and pieces like this? On this one, try to get pretty defined slices. Okay, this didn't. Not doing the right thing here. I'm trying to get a thinner slice, but still a slice. As much as possible. Come on, you can do it. And there we go. You will still get some heart type. It's more goth if you want. I don't know if you noticed also, but it also depends on the clay that you're working with. Remember that Primo sometimes has in and it's by what I noticed, it's specific for black and for white. Oh, come on. They are sticky. I guess I'm gonna be able to get like 3 pairs. Okay, this one didn't want to go all the way. Just did not want to. At least I got a beautiful one. Okay, so I need you to get on this, not on my roller blade. My roller, not roller blade, the roller. As I age, I notice that I start talking more and more to my clay and to my computer. And I'm not looking forward to go outside, but I need to go outside because I need to take out the trash. Because considering for how long it's going to be cold like this, I don't want to be with the trash in the house for 4 days. At least today it's going to be a little bit more winter time, not, oh my god, this is the Antarctic. I will do close-ups so you can see, but why I generally like this this type of color combination, even if it is not super duper flashy, is because of the effects it gives, and we shall see here in a minute. And I'll show you how to do 2 different types. You can do the regular one. Come on. Of course you have to. At least my first slice is going good on both of them. Okay. Now this is the thinner one, I think. We'll see here in a minute. Because what happens when you do them thinner, and not to explain why I did one thinner than the other, when you do them thinner, you actually get the Skinner blend effect instead of just colors that are sometimes slightly go into each other. So we'll see here in a minute which of them did I get. Oh, my first thin slice. There we go. This is the thinner one because I can see the Skinner blend effects. I'll do close up so you can see what I'm talking about. And this one shows the heart much better. Oh, stay there. Stupid black. Look how it sticks. It's impossible to get the blade through it. And trust me, the blade is very sharp. It's not like the blade is not sharp. Yeah, I think I have. No, I thought I had another one here. I do. Let me try the other one. Horrible. Just sticks. Look at this. You can see it's not the blade, it's the clay. Okay, you can go away. I'm just going to get this a little bit thinner. And if this is the quality we are getting now, I don't even want to think about the quality we're gonna get once everything imported goes higher. Okay, and the last one. So I'm the most interested in this first slice. There we go. It's not, I don't even know how to, how to get it better. I'm going to zoom in for the next. This one got there too. Okay. You can see now how it's how it looks much better. Okay, now I'm going to grab whatever are remnants of anything. And I'm going to get them through the machine. So this would be the back. I mean the base, not the back, the base of my and I went on a 6 with it because you don't want it to have you don't want to have it too too thick. And I'm going to already cut my shapes because I'm going to be very economic with my mokumegane. There we go. And I'm going now to pair up these shapes. So you want to make sure to get rid of the blade lines. So I'm going to have this about, actually let me cut it first before I do anything else and then place them there. It is a bit painful to cut with a blunt side. And let's get with this one. I'm gonna make sure that I don't have any blade lines. You don't put it through the machine because you might deform too much. Okay. You see the difference? Now let's grab the other one, and I'm going to get this part. And I need the left one now. The right, and this would be a good left. And then all the other ones you can use for a bead necklace. I actually happen to have one here. And you can cover a bead necklace with it. So let's just go ahead and to do it a little bit easier. Right. And the left. Remember, my preference is with the thinner alizarin crimson and black. Yeah, and you'll see the difference here in a minute. Okay, what you need to do next is to clean your edges. I mean, the edges you can clean them after you bake them with by sanding, but my main thing on this is you want to do some nice beveling if you want your pieces to look beautiful. And I would suggest, especially if you're vending and if you want some younger clientele to get your stuff, I would suggest to use one of those lace chokers to hang it from. Where's my... So what you want to do is use the end of a paintbrush handle, or I have these from Tiny Pandora, they are her cane deforming things, and you just go around and just at a 45-degree angle, you just give it a another thing that you can do is to cut through cling wrap. That will make you nice, but the bevels you can refine them through sanding. If you do not have a sander, then just cut through cling wrap and refine them a little bit by hand. That would be the easiest thing to do. Just make sure you remove all the cling wrap from the clay, because a lot of times it has the tendency right in the middle to stay stuck, and you don't notice when you pull it off that I was doing this one, that it's still there, and then you just get a very nasty smell from your oven. So yeah, it's experience talking here too. But you want to do the beveling first, even if you can refine it by sanding, because what this type of beveling does, it actually brings the top over the bottom base, so the bottom base will not be noticeable. So these are pretty Gothic hearts for Valentine's Day, but we all know that youngsters and some older people also like more the Gothic part. And I'll show you the other way that you can do it. Here, yeah, my phone is here. The other way that you can do it, as I said, I was going to show you another way to do it, but yeah, as I said, you can use these on a bib necklace also, or you can use it on a bracelet if you want to set a set to do a set, or you can use the smaller one to also make earrings, the smaller cutter. But as I said, I was going to, and I'll put them in close-up in a minute here, but I said I was going to show you how to do a different base and a different style. So what you need to do first, and I'm going to do only one. Let me get this one. So once again, you do get rid of any blades lines, and these lines can appear from for two reasons. One of the reasons is that if you go like this a little bit, it's going to nick and leave a horizontal line. The other reason is that if you're not careful and if you keep cramming your blades, I'm very guilty of that, cramming your blades in the same spot, especially with these very fine blades, sooner or later you are going to nick the blade itself. And let me try and refocus to show you. Hi, Catherine. Let me focus real close so you can see exactly what I'm talking about. Okay, I need light on it. No, it's too close. Alrighty. So I'm looking at the screen to find the. See, right here, there's a little nick, and right here as well. So these, as you go with the blade down, it is going to leave a vertical line. So of course, careful with that. And if the nick is just by bending a little bit the blade, it's okay, but sometimes it just chips and it's such a minuscule amount. It's not a large amount, but it's enough to leave a line on the clay. So what you do a bead first, and then you start teardropping it. Remember, you put it between the end of your palms and you teardrop it, and you want to make it about the length of the cutter, pretty much, almost. And then you flatten this end. You don't need to worry about the little nick here. If you want, you can make a little nick here, but you're going to get more 3D heart cabochon. You want to get it a little like this, and I'm going to show it with the cling wrap. Made it a little bit too long, but that's okay. Yeah, it's very cold here and windy and all that. Okay, let me grab some cling wrap. So the thing that you always need to be careful with the cling wrap is to not have any wrinkles when you place it. So I usually go like this and place it, and then make sure that I flatten it real good, and then you grab your cutter and you cut. See what I was talking about? It stays more. And you want to gently wipe it. And again, you can do with your fingers this time the whole beveling thing. Just make sure that you wipe it with your fingers so you don't get any it's not terrific, but I can send this. And this was just for purposes of showing you how. What did I do with these other? Oh. But I'm going to focus close up now. Yeah, the wall is too far from me to do that, but I'm gonna have to try and get something of that sort done, because I have some sheets of magnetic magnetic sheets, not strips. Okay, so let me refocus this so you can see all the prettiness of this thing. and the difference. So the right is with the thicker black and the alizarin crimson. So you can see there's very little, I mean, there are lines that are alizarin crimson, but it's mostly, you don't have any transition between the colors. And the left is the one with the thinner alizarin crimson and black. So you can see there's a huge difference. But they are both pretty. My favorite, as I said, my favorite are the ones with the thinner alizarin crimson and black. And as I said, you can do this differently too. Let me show this one in a close-up too. But as I said, these are more for people who are more into the Gothic and even the Gothic, what's called the Gothic Loli. Not sure if you're familiar with the style. The Loli is kind of doll-like. Okay, I'm going to try and show you. Let me do a quick search to show you. Loli style. It comes from Lolita. And then I'm going to show you the Gothic Loli. And just get them all. Okay, so let me switch to screen display. So this is the Loli style. Okay, the doll type. And it has the same kind of, here in the US it's not so much, it's mostly with elements of Loli. It's more in the East, but as you can see, there are some that still like it. Well, the Gothic Loli is kind of like the same as a Loli, but in darker tones, in black and purples, black and reds, and that is more, that has penetrated more the US market. As you can see that the people who are photographed are not necessarily Asian. So these would be hearts that are perfect for a Gothic Loli style, and even for Gothic, you know. So you can easily find the market for this. And as I said, I would go for putting them on a black lace choker, even a red lace or red and black choker, or if push comes to shove and you don't find that, then a black leather cord. So as I said, you'll get all these other ones that you can do bracelets and earrings and all kinds of stuff. Even if your blade doesn't look like mine, or you have a better black blade. But I showed you it's not my blade, it is the clay, because you saw it's not that the blade couldn't go because it wasn't sharp, it couldn't go because the clay was sticking to it, even if it had armor all on it. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed it. I know that these were some unusual heart things, but as I said, there is a market for it, and you might want to just try it. And again, if you want to try different colors, you can try this type of effect. Goes great on black and white, with the black being the main, but I would put the regular thickness black, then a thin gray, and a thin white to get this. And you can also use violet instead of red. But again, I would start for both the black and white and the black and red. I would start with the top, black and white and black and purple, violet. I would start with the top one being black, okay? Even if on this one you start with the top one being red. And you can do these again, and they will look more flashy if you do them with not metallic. The wind is stressing me out so bad you cannot even believe it. Pearlescence. And you can use any kind of clay. I think I would go with these, with even souffle instead of, because the souffle is very good at making mokumegane. I don't know why I didn't do souffle instead of primo. Souffle is very good at doing mokumegane. If you remember, and actually let me try and find it. No, I have an older video. Okay, let me link it for you. It was which clay to pick. And you can watch that. What, my microphone is not working? My microphone is working. Oh, mica. Yeah, mica. I thought you said something about my microphone. Okay, so this is it, and I explain in that tutorial which clays are better for what. Like, for example, Pardo is not very good for mokumegane. Cernit is, because it depends on the firmness. Fimo, Professional, and Kato are not that good for mokumegane. Primo is, souffles. I mean, it depends. Also, it depends what type of mokumegane you want to do. If you want this type of what I call a dirty mokumegane, where the clay is so soft that not just the part that is pushed down, but everything that's around is going to get pushed down. You want a soft clay. If you want a clear, like if you go for a stamped mokumegane, you want a firmer clay. So stamped mokumegane works better with Fimo, Professional, and even with Kato, because those are firmer. So when you apply the stamp, only the part where the stamp pushes on goes down. And then when you shave the raised parts, you get the perfect stamp thing, compared to the softer clays where the stamp pushes down, what is on the edge is going to get pushed down too. So you won't get such a clear design of the stamp or the texture that you're using. So I hope you enjoyed it. Please be safe, and for the channel members, I will see you in 4 hours, okay, when I will share some secrets about making realistic 4 gemstones that have a matrix. Don't forget to like, please. Don't forget to subscribe, and don't forget to put in comments after the live is over. And please use my Amazon Influencer Store and my Polyclay Play Store. And I'll see you all next Sunday. Thank you so much. And go ahead and do this, because it is a lot of fun. Thank you. I love you all. Bye.